What's up, guys? Expel here, and today we are going to be taking a look at a ton of different classes that I can basically tell you are going to start making a rise within the Warzone community as the Grau is going to be getting nerfed. As you can see on your screen right here, Joe Seacott said that there will be a nerf coming to a lot of the weapons, a lot of changes for these weapons. So I can only assume that the Grau, the most used weapon within Warzone, is going to be receiving a nerf. We can also probably expect the MP5 as well, but I'm not 100% on that weapon as much as the Grau. So we're going to go ahead and hop into some class setups I think you guys are really going to enjoy, and then maybe cover one or two weapons with some gameplay and talk about that as the gameplay rolls. Now, before we hop into things, it'd be greatly appreciated. You consider subscribing to the channel. We're actually working our way up to 70,000 subscribers, and if you guys could just beat that subscribe button, baby, just slap it, just slap it around. I don't know, like I don't like me. Also, what? Please do me a favor. If you're going to enjoy the video, drop the video like, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on notifications. That's a huge one. Turn on those notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. You can also follow me over on twitch.tv/IamExpel. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then my YouTube videos go live every day on YouTube at 2 p.m. Eastern as well. Regardless, let's go ahead and hop on into things, and let's get you guys set up with some fantastic new classes. Alrighty, guys. So the first thing I want to say is I don't have every single weapon unlocked, and that's because I am, I'm a regular guy. I don't have a ton of weapons unlocked, but I can tell you from experience of playing the game and playing with people that have used some pretty crazy weapons that I do know what I'm talking about, and I promise you will definitely get a lot of help out of this video. So the first thing I want to talk about is really that I do kind of have a formula whenever it comes to Warzone, right? Whenever I'm using any gun within Warzone, my classes are pretty much going to be set up the exact same way, and the reason why is because there's really no reason to change it as of now. Unless something changes within Warzone, then I don't have a reason to change the way that I play. So let's kind of go over what we've seen in the past, and that's going to be the Grau. You've seen a ton of Grau, a ton of MP5, and for good reason. The Grau easily stands out as the best weapon in the game right now, and this is the old setup. If the nerf hasn't come out yet, I highly recommend you run this, or you can remove the VLK and add on a Cronin Sniper Elite. Entirely up to you, but this is the way that I run it currently, and then my MP5 setup is going to be right here as well. So just to kind of explain everything, I do have a tactical, which is going to be a heartbeat sensor. We have a C4 as our lethal because we don't run RPGs. We like to be able to blow up vehicles. Now, the only issue I've run into, why is this moving? What is going on? Anyway, the only issue that I've really run into within Warzone recently is that people have become more and more smart whenever it comes to throwing trophies on their vehicles. At that point, you just need to learn to be accurate with your weapon and try and shoot them out of there, because they will just try and attack you with a vehicle, and it's very easy to get kills when you're running a vehicle and a full squad jumps out on top of like 2 people. So it's difficult to fight those vehicles, but if you can take one person out in the vehicle, you'll come out on top in a lot of those cases. So our perks are pretty much going to be the same as well. We have double time, overkill, and tracker. The reason I run double time is because it doubles the duration of your tactical sprint. If you're not going to be running double time, then run EOD. A lot of people are going to be using explosives within this game mode, and EOD is the best way to go. Not a lot of people are running thermals anymore, or at least I've not been killed by thermals as of late. So definitely stick with EOD just for the sake of not dying by explosives. Overkill. I like to run overkill on my first class. I grab my first class as early as I can within the game, and then grab the second one, which is going to be falling from the sky afterwards. So we grab overkill off the rip to get both our weapons. A lot of people are like, well, why don't you just run ghost all the time? And that's because I'm not a little sissy, okay? I'm not a sissy. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna sit there and sit in a corner waiting for me to just have somebody show up. It's all right. Not everybody's insane at this game. Quit worrying about whether or not you got ghost on your first loadout. Quit being a little sissy, dude. Jeez. Then we have tracker. The reason I run tracker over amped is because tracker has gotten me so many kills, and I mean so many kills in this game. You would not believe how useful it's been to me. So tracker is a huge deal, and I highly recommend you give it a shot, just because you can see footprints from a pretty long distance. And then amped really just helps you switch weapons faster, but if I'm running a sniper, you will see that I'm using amped. Moving past that, you've seen my MP5 setup, you've seen my Grau setup, so let's talk about some stuff. A few weapons I think you're going to be seeing more is the HDR, the RAM. Let's go with assault rifles. We have the RAM, the M4, the M13, the PKM. You're going to be seeing a lot of the Bruin, the MP7 if the MP5 gets nerfed. There's a lot of really good weapons that you're going to see making its premiere on Warzone, and I think the M13 is really going to be the one that you're going to see the most as of now, because people are going to need that accuracy. So let's go over everything leading up to the M13, and we'll go over that class in just a minute. But the PKM, this is going to be my setup for it. We have a monolithic suppressor, 26.9 extended barrel, attack laser, a VLK, 3.0 optic, and then the snatch grip. So the snatch grip is different. It's not something you have on other weapons, but it is recoil control and aim down sight speed. It allows you to aim down super quick, as well as be able to hold the weapon down. And you'll notice that like I said, I'm going to be going for accuracy, damage, and distance in every single one of my classes. And there's a reason for that, and that's because that's what you need whenever you're playing a battle royale, is that accuracy, damage, and distance. Past that, we have our monolithic suppressor. That's going to be sound suppression and damage range. This is going to be the same on every single weapon you see: damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Attack laser. Whenever you're running an LMG, you're going to be doing it at a medium distance pretty much all the time. You're not going to be short distance, so medium to medium long. That's going to be your play whenever you're using the PKM. It cracks people super, super fast. You can see the damage on this gun's pretty insane. The accuracy is super high. Our range is super high. So it's like shooting a laser beam, you know, with 100 bullets. So you have a really good opportunity. The only thing is that it's heavy. It takes a second to aim down. So as long as you're playing this tactically, you should be fine. I'll run the VLK because the sight on this gun is not fantastic. It looks good. It looks good. But as soon as it starts bouncing a little bit, impossible to see people. So I like to run a VLK to give myself a little bit more room to see. And then we have our snatch grip. So that's going to be our PKM, if you will. And then we have our little... beautiful MP7 here. That's going to be a monolithic suppressor, FSS recon, same as the last one. Merc foregrip. This is going to be different. Whenever I'm running SMGs, I like to have a Merc foregrip rather than a commando foregrip. The reason I choose this is because of the recoil control and the hip fire accuracy. As a keyboard and mouse player, I like to be able to hip fire whenever I'm close on people. So having that hip fire accuracy and not having to use a laser is a massive, massive thing for me. So I highly recommend that you give that a shot. We also have a 60 round mag. You're going to see that a lot in most of the weapons that I use, is just as many bullets as I can put in there. And then a rubberized grip tape because it gives you that recoil control. You can always switch this out for aim down sight speed and sprint to fire. But I do like that recoil control. That way I can use this for my close to medium range instead of just close range, since I do have a weapon that's going to be medium to long range anyway. Moving past that, I'll talk about our RAM here. This is going to be a very, very high damage weapon, and it's going to be the exact same for every other weapon you're going to see here. Monolithic suppressor, this FSS Ranger. We have the Commando foregrip. That's going to be my foregrip over everything else. The reason why is it does recoil stabilization and aiming stability. You could always switch it out for recoil control with the Merc foregrip. I hear that's a good way to go, but this is just personally how I like to run it. We have the 50 round mags. We just need more ammo. And then we have our rubberized grip tape for the recoil control. RAM is a very high damage weapon. You're going to want to use that at about medium range. And then this is going to be my medium long range class, because this isn't like a Grau. This isn't something I can use at super long ranges because it does bounce a lot more. So I like to have that HDR for that long range. I'll go ahead and show you what I've got on the HDR. We have a monolithic suppressor, the 26.9 HDR Pro. We have our tack laser. This is something that you have to keep in mind. I don't really like lasers, but in this specific scenario, I use it because it's hard to talk myself into not using this. You're going to be using a tack laser at a ridiculous distance. I mean, ridiculous distance. So there's no reason to not use it. It's not like you're giving away your position, really. They're just going to see a laser. That's what they're going to see. If you're like 3 feet away from somebody, yeah, the laser's going to make a difference. But at 200, 300 yards, meters, whatever, then it doesn't matter. And then we have the F-Tac Stalker Scout. That's going to be our aim down sight speed, just to aim down a little bit faster. And last but not least, we have focus. Now, you can either use focus or you can use sleight of hand. Personally, I'll switch between the two just to see how it's affecting me. Focus is fantastic for hitting those shots whenever someone's shooting at you. It is very, very helpful, and I'm not joking about that. I can't tell you the number of times it saved me, but the difference here with this class is that you will see amped. That way I can switch to that sniper really quick and hit those long range shots. And then if somebody's up close, I can switch back to my my closer range weapon, which is the RAM. So that's going to be the difference between this class and the rest. Moving on to our M4. This is a weapon you're probably going to see a lot of because it has already received 3 nerfs just throughout the Warzone life cycle. So I'm assuming we won't be seeing any more nerfs with this weapon for the future. You're going to see it's the exact same for every single one. We've got the stock M16 Grenadier. We have the monolithic suppressor, the VLK. We have a 60 round mag and a commando foregrip. Exact same for all these weapons. And even moving into that M13, you're going to see the exact same thing. Monolithic suppressor, Tempest marksman. Just notice each one of these has one that has 3 and it's damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. That is the difference whenever I look for barrels. That's what I'm looking for. Then I like to use the VLK just because it's very, very accurate. Commando foregrip, 60 round mag. So that's pretty much all the weapons to kind of go over. Like I said, the Bruin's going to be another good one. Just to go through the weapons, not a good one. Odin is okay. It has very, very high damage if you can deal with the small amount of ammo that it has in its clip. The Scar, not ever going to recommend that to you. The AK-47, not really going to recommend that. The AMAX is a fantastic weapon. It does have a little bit of bounce. It's basically a little bit more damage, it seems, than the RAM. Not 100% certain on that. Don't take my word for it. But from just like a player, that's the way it feels. SMG wise, MP5 I'm hoping is still going to be good. The PP Bison is not a bad weapon. It just doesn't have a lot of damage. Uzi, not a bad weapon. MP7 fantastic. Still not talk myself into using the Striker, and the Fennec will always be good unless they nerf the damage, which it just shoots so fast. If you can only get 1 kill with it, that's when it goes bad. But you can actually get 2 as long as you're running the 40 round mag. Shotgun, don't use it. Moving on to the LMGs. None of these are pretty great. The Bruin's good. The PKM is good. And then M91 every once in a while can be okay. Marksman rifle wise, Kar 98K is going to be pretty good. The crossbow, fantastic weapon. I highly recommend you guys give the crossbow a shot if you haven't already. If you get the explosive arrows on it, you can actually down and kill an enemy in 1 single bullet. Not joking about that. Sniper rifle, HDR, AX50, never use the Dragunov, never going to be good. And then obviously you have your riot shield. Secondary wise, I'm never going to recommend like a pistol or anything like that, but I think that pretty much sums it up for the class setup portion of the video. I hope this was really, really helpful. We're just going to cover like the M13 and M4 and some gameplay here. So if you did go on to enjoy, once again, drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new. Let's go ahead and hop into the gameplay. So like I said, we're kind of going to be covering the M13 off the rip, and then in a little bit we'll show a little bit of gameplay with the M4, but the M13 is really going to be that go-to weapon. So I wanted to show you more gameplay on that side of things. And as you can see, we have the exact setup I said we were going to have on the M13. I've got a guy on my heartbeat sensor, which is kind of following the whole class. And I literally didn't bounce in any way whatsoever, didn't have any recoil with this weapon whenever I was shooting at the guy in the window. And that is such a big deal. I can't tell you the number of times I've used a weapon and simply not been able to use it just because I guess a lot of people aren't on mouse and keyboard. But for me, whenever I'm on mouse and keyboard, I have to pull down to fix the recoil at times, just to ensure that I'm going to get the kill and make sure that I don't miss any shots. But with this weapon, I'm barely pulling down at all to even help the recoil. If I was to shoot at a wall, it'd be a perfect shot at all times. As you can see, we're going to be throwing a trophy on the vehicle. Like I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of people have been doing this a lot more. And the reason why is because these trophies last about 10 minutes. So using this class setup, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and push over to a building and maybe be able to catch some people running around. So we're going to run inside this building and start looking around. Behind me, I close the doors. That way you can always hear when someone's busting in through the bottom of the house, and I don't ever get caught off guard. And so I push up top, and I'm going to start looking off in the distance from the rooftop. I hear something shooting around me, and I start looking around. I'm not catching anything, and I start looking to see if there was a guy on top of the tower. I see that helicopter. I thought it was like a regular helicopter, so I pop some shots. And as I'm running over here, I catch this guy right here, who I absolutely destroyed. You guys literally just watched me obliterate that man. It was absolutely disgusting. Like, the M13 is just so ridiculously accurate. It's like butter, man. Like, it's so smooth. It's so silky. It just feels nice to shoot. And you don't have to stress out whenever you're shooting the weapon thinking, oh, am I going to hit it? Am I going to hit it? The thing is a lot of people say, oh, the Grau is so accurate, it takes no skill. If you want to talk about a weapon that genuinely doesn't take a lot of skill, the M13 is going to be that weapon. At long distances, you're still going to be hitting your shots, or you're going to be hitting them pretty well. So I've not really had any issues at all whenever it comes to the M13. I'm going to grab that UAV. We're going to start pushing this building. I've got, you know, my MP5 out just in case I needed to run, and I see that there's a guy chilling in the corner of this building. I'm going to start slowly pushing up and seeing if I can find him. He knows my vehicle's there. But at this point, it's all about seeing if I can just stay on target. Obviously, I thought he was going to go one way. He didn't go that way, and he did it twice in a row. Caught me off guard. I immediately catch his leg right there, and I don't think he's going to peek me, but he decides to. So I jump back out. I start popping him, and just shots to the chest with the M13, they just do so much damage. You know, like hitting shots with this weapon. I think this is going to be the next Grau, ladies and gentlemen. I really, really do. As we move on, I found another guy. He was camping inside this building. He called in a bounty on me, started pushing over, and then sat in this building for about 5 minutes. I didn't want to show you the gameplay of that because it was literally just him sitting there. And I decided, you know what? I'm gonna kind of get in different angles, see if I can kill this guy. And we popped a few shots. And here's one thing to notice. I shot that guy through the wall. Through the wall. How many weapons do you know that are going to do that? I mean, the M13, you know, it is an assault rifle, and it's not a bad weapon. It's a really, really good gun, but I find myself not able to hit people through the wall very often. I don't know if it's just certain walls or what, but I really get shot through the wall pretty often, but I can't figure out why I'm not able to do it. I use this M13 for literally like 2 games just to, you know, try and get some gameplay for you guys, and I'm shooting this guy through the wall after just absolutely beaming him with it in the first place. So as I come over here, you're going to see that there's a quad rolling up, and we're going to kind of get behind it. And it's that simple. It's really that simple. I got another guy behind me. I popped some shots on him. Probably shot about 6 or 7 into his ankle, which isn't going to do much. But I'm going to go ahead and heal up here. And we're watching around the corner to see if he's going to peek. I'm checking the bottom because I did get shot from there yesterday whenever I was playing. I cracked armor pretty much immediately. And to me, that means... well, if he's probably not got more armor, we're going to shoot him in the leg. It's an easy kill on this guy. Same guy we killed earlier, by the way. Just easy peasy kills with this weapon. The M13, I can't recommend it to you guys enough. Right here, we're going to see a guy over on that roof. So I'm going to go ahead and push over. You see me here in the window. And there's going to be another guy in a second that decides to pop some shots at him over on the second building. You're going to see me pop some shots at him as well. Get ready for him to push and just sit there and beamed him. Guys. I can't stress this enough. You got to give this class setup a shot. You got to at least try this weapon. For me, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments down below any other weapons you think you're going to see a lot more of whenever this Grau does get nerfed. So we've got this guy on the roof here. Destroyed with the MP5. The MP5 is still kind of disgusting as well, ladies and gentlemen. Still kind of disgusting. Now, I did end up dying, so I decided to come back and grab a search. That way I could, you know, maybe get my class. And I found a foul in this roof. This is not a weapon that I'm great with, so you're gonna see me just miss a ton of shots. I also thought he was gonna go one way, but he didn't get a crack. And then he peeks his head, and I down him with my pistol. And this guy's gonna be running an M4. You're gonna see me run over here and finish him off with a pistol. Don't be scared of people that are getting up off the ground, because the health from them doesn't heal. Like, they don't heal very fastly. So you'll see me grab his AX50 and his M4, and then we're gonna absolutely just beam this guy. Just beam this guy out of the car. The damage on the M4, absolutely disgusting. You guys should definitely be giving the M4 a shot. At that medium range, it really is the dominant weapon, and I highly recommend you give that one a shot as well. Like I said, there's a ton of different guns that you guys are gonna be seeing, and the top 2, in my opinion, are gonna be that M4. They're gonna be that M13, and you might see a little bit more of the RAM as well. Now, this guy ended up sitting in a building with a riot shield, so I camped and waited for him. Just listen, if you're sitting in a building with a riot shield, you deserve this. This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve, okay? Just get destroyed. Alrighty, guys, that is gonna do it for the video. If you did go on to enjoy, it'd be greatly appreciated. You drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. We are working our way to 70,000 subscribers. You can hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. We are almost there. That's a lie. I need your help, though. Please help. But last but not least, make sure you follow me over on twitch.tv/IamExpel. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at 9 a.m. So make sure to head over there and show a little love. Regardless, thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Feel free to check out some of my other videos on my channel. And yeah, thank you so much. Peace out.